Hi, thanks for coming back to do yoga with me. So let's get started. We'll begin by just sitting on the floor in a comfortable position and just taking a few breaths together. So let's inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. So from here, let's lay down on our back. And we'll bring our bottoms of our feet together in reclined cobbler's pose. Just go ahead here and place one hand on your belly and the other hand above it. And we'll take some breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Let's reverse our hands. Place the other hand on your belly and the other one above. And as you inhale, feel your belly. Inhale as if it was a balloon. So lots of air coming in. Inhale. The balloon fills up. Exhale. The balloon deflates. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And two more. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And then from here, let's bring both feet onto the floor, hip width apart, and let's bring our palms down beside us. From here, we're going to rise up into bridge, but when we come into our bridge, we are going to stay up there and take some breaths. So on the floor here, we're going to inhale. And then as you exhale, let's lift our hips up into our bridge pose. Stay up here and inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last inhale up here. And then as we exhale, let's bring ourselves down to the floor. We're going to do that again, but you can do it just the way we did it, or you can bring your hands and clasp them underneath you, and then just roll your shoulders a little bit inward, and you'll feel your chest curve and rise up. So let's rest on our hands here for a moment. We're going to inhale, and then exhale up. Stay up here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale all the way down and release our hands. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead and bring the right ankle onto our left knee. And then we'll take the right hand and press gently against the thigh. And let's keep this right foot flexed. And just a few breaths here. And then we'll release that and draw in the left knee and maybe clasp your hands around the thigh or around the lower leg. So a couple choices here. And if you have your hands clasped around the thigh area, you can always take that right elbow and press it against your right thigh to press that thigh away from you, maybe opening the hips a little bit more. Now this might be something you want to do or maybe not. So let's breathe here in our reclined pigeon pose. And then gently release. And let's come back to repeat the bridge pose. So from here, inhale on the floor, exhale up, stay up here and inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, lift a little more, one more inhale, and let's exhale down. Second time, same way, or with clasped hands, and roll those shoulders underneath you, drawing those shoulder blades together. Inhale here, and then exhale up. Inhale, exhale, feet are planted on the floor, engage the inner thighs towards each other. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale all the way down. Good. Left ankle to right thigh, and gently press the thigh away from you. If this is too much, just leave that part out. Keep focusing on our breath. And then let's draw into reclined pigeon pose. Stay aware of your breath. And then let's release. And we're going to gently roll over to our side and come up onto our knees. Okay, and you may want to face the long side of your mat as we come to our knees. Okay, so imagine that you're in mountain pose with your shoulders over your hips. And from here, engage the core. We're going to slide the fingers down and back up and down and back up. We're going to do this. Now try not to lift your shoulder, as you don't want to lift your shoulder as you slide. Just keep that opposite shoulder relaxed. And 2, and 3, and 3, and 4. We're pausing so we can feel that stretch on the opposite side. And 5, and 5, and 6, and last one, and 6. Come back to kneeling. From here, we're going to bring the leg out. So you may have a straight leg, toes up. You can have your foot on the floor, or you can keep your knee bent. But let's see if we can straighten it. If we can, engage the core. We're going to come into a gate pose. So as you lift your arm up, your inhale, you're going to slide the fingers down your leg. Beautiful side bend. And exhale down. Inhale up. And inhale down. Exhale down. Inhale up. And down. Let's do the other side. So gracefully bring the knees in. And come back to the other side. Exhaling down. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to go ahead and just walk our knees over to our side of our mat. Bring your hands down to the floor. We're going to come to a forward fold from here. So go ahead and just step up and come into your forward fold. Knees are bent, and maybe you want to bring your opposite hands to the elbows here. Take a couple breaths, and then switch the hands and elbows so the other arm is on top. And then we're going to release the hands to the floor. Now, however much you need to bend your knees, we're going to take our index finger and middle finger and wrap them around our big toes. So if you need to bend your knees a lot to do this, go ahead. And then from here, we're going to fold down, bring the elbows out to the side. So I'll just face you so you can see. So I'm got my fingers around my toes. I'm folding down and my elbows, so elbows are coming out to the side. And then we're going to straighten the arms, keeping the fingers around the toes. Exhale down. And straighten the arms once again. Just move back over here. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, release the fingers from the toes. Let's come to a half forward fold. Our upper body is parallel to the mat. Sometimes our shoulders are rolled, so you want to roll the shoulders back, or maybe you want to bring your fingers to face away. Either way, from here, we're going to inhale all the way up to upward mountain. And exhale to mountain pose. Here we're going to pay attention to our posture. Shoulders back, core engaged. Just take a few breaths here and then release. Let's do some half sun salutations. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up to upward mountain. And exhale to mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, half forward fold. Forward fold. Upward mountain, inhaling. Release to mountain pose. We'll do one more. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Upward mountain. And mountain pose. From here, we're going to inhale up. Exhale once more to forward fold. We're going to come to that half forward fold, and we're going to step out just a little bit wider, not super wide, but just a little bit wider. Engage the core and send the hips back. We're going to send the arms out to the side. From here, the palms are going to flow towards each other, and then come back out to the side. And then come all the way up to upward mountain. Press the palms together and glide your fingers down. We'll do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Forward fold. Back to half forward fold. Arms out to the side, engage the core. Send the palms towards each other. Back to the side. And inhale up. Look up towards your thumbs, and then let's glide the palms down. and release. So from here, let's come into a warrior pose. So just warrior legs for now. So let's notice our heel to arch alignment or heel to heel alignment. So we'll come into the warrior arms just for a moment, just to get into a beautiful alignment. And then from here, you're going to look forward and notice the bent knee. We're going to take this arm. We're going to come to eagle arms with that arm underneath. So here you might have your, where are you? You might have your elbows resting on your chest. So we're just going to lift our arms up and away from us a little bit. Not too high, not overhead. Just breathe here. And then from here, we are going to bring the elbows down as we hinge down and inhale back up. Let's lift the elbows. Let's do that again. Hinge, exhale, and inhale up. Lift the elbows. And one more time. Hinge, and come up and lift the elbows. And come to warrior two. Then from here, we're going to look forward again, bring our hands in and make fists and have your thumbs facing up. So we're going to extend the arm over the bent knee, and then this fist is going to come to your shoulder, but you're going to lift it. So it's kind of like you've got a bow and arrow. So take a breath here. As you look towards your thumb, exhale, bring the fists in. We're going to do that 2 more times. Arms out, and bring them in. And arms out. Don't forget to lift this shoulder, and bring it in. Good. From here, back to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Come through warrior two and transition all the way to your triangle pose. Breathing here. Straightening this leg a little more, as much as you can. And then bend the knee, return to warrior two. Hands to the hips and toes come forward. Engage the core, forward fold. Hands down to your mat and let the head relax down towards the mat. From here, we'll place our hands on our hips. Engage the core and slowly bring yourself all the way back to standing. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, till you come to your mountain pose. Inhale up. Look up and press the palms and send them down to your chest. Okay, let's do the other side. So, notice your alignment with your feet, correct alignment. Warrior two. Look forward, eagle arms. Lift the elbows. Exhale, hinge. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale up. Back to warrior two. Look forward and bring your fists in. Thumbs up. Extend the arm over the bent knee. The other arm to your shoulder with the elbow lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. And bring it in. Come back to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Flow from warrior two right into triangle pose. Come back to warrior two, bending the knee. Hands to the hips. Pivot the toes forward, and this time we're going to bring our toes in just a little bit, roll the shoulders back, and we'll clasp the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders back, and send those knuckles away from your back. And then from here, we are going to forward fold. And let's see if we can bring the clasped hands up overhead, wherever your range of motion is. And then carefully come all the way back up to standing. And of course, we'll release and come up to upward mountain. Palms together, pressing them together as we bring them back down in front of us. And release. Good. So we're going to come into a tree pose. I did a video with 4 positions of tree. I'll post that and you can check that out. So for now, we'll just notice which is your standing leg, and let's bring the heel to that standing leg, and the toes are on the floor. So we're not on tippy toes, but we are on our toes. Let's inhale up. And take some breaths here. And if you want to come into another position of tree, either bringing your foot to your lower leg or your thigh, not to your knee, you can do that. Maybe you want to change your hands where they are, your arms, maybe out to the side, or maybe in prayer position, or maybe on your hips. And then release. And you can always do the balance with one hand on the wall just to get you into a position where you feel confident, and then you can always let go of the wall. Okay, so let's do the other side. Gauge the core, raising the arms. And then from here, if you want to try another position of tree, let's do that. And then we'll release with control. So we'll come to the top of our mat. We'll inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Here we'll do 2 vinyasas. So we'll step back to plank pose, downward facing dog, back to plank pose, lower down with control. Inhale, cobra, shoulders back, chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Make your way to forward fold. Inhale up to half forward fold. Exhale. Inhale all the way to upward mountain and mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back to plank pose. Downward facing dog. Back to plank pose. Lower down. Cobra. Lower down. Downward facing dog. Let's come to our knees. Maybe your knees come a little bit farther apart. And come to child's pose. Now if child's pose, bringing the hips back is uncomfortable for you, bring them back only as far as you can, or keep the hips over the knees. Walk the hands forward and press the hips back as you set your head on your mat in puppy pose. One more breath in and out. And then we'll come up from our child's pose. And we'll come to sit on our mat. So we're going to do a sitting forward fold, and you have 3 choices of how you'd like to do this pose. If you have a strap, you might want that handy. So here's the first way. We're going to engage our core, hinge forward, and wherever your hands land, that's where you're going to be. And just come down, and maybe your hands are on the mat, maybe they're on your legs, or maybe you're reaching for your toes. The second way, you can use your strap around your feet. You just walk your hands down your strap and stay there. Keep the core engaged. Third choice is if it's not comfortable for you to have your legs straight, just keep them bent and reach for your feet or toes or wherever and be here in your forward fold. You're still getting a beautiful lengthening and stretch of your back. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do it together. You're paying attention to your breath here. And then on your next exhale, let's come back up to being seated. So we're going to lay back down on our back. And again, we're going to bring that right ankle to the left thigh to pigeon pose, or that's where we're headed. And just press this thigh away from us and flex the right foot. And then let's draw in that left knee. And again, return to pigeon pose as we did earlier in our practice. And you can even close your eyes here if it feels more relaxing. And then on the next exhale, let's let go of this leg and set the foot on the floor and just stay here in this position. We're going to bring our arms out to the side. And we're going to let our knees drop over to the right. And then turn your head to the left. And if that doesn't feel good, just gaze up towards the sky. And we'll stay here in this twist, being aware of our breath as usual. All right, let's bring ourselves back up to center and release. Let's keep the feet on the floor. Let's do one bridge pose. So inhale here, exhale, lift, and then exhale on the way down. Let's bring the left ankle to the right knee, flex that left foot, and press the thigh away from you. And then let's come into that reclined pigeon. We'll release this pose, bringing the foot to the floor, but keeping the left ankle where it is. Arms out to the side, and drop the knees to the left. And then turn our gaze to the right. And then let's bring our gaze forward and bring our feet back down to the mat. One more bridge pose. Inhale here. Exhale and lift. Inhale here. And exhale. Good. Let's bring the knees in. Bring them up to the sky. And we'll point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and point and flex. And then gently bring the feet down, extend the legs out. We'll take a few breaths here in Shavasana pose. You can stay here as long as you'd like, but for the sake of the video, we're just going to take some breaths here and keep it shorter. Take one more deep breath in and out. And then gently bring the feet to the floor. Let's roll to one side. And we'll make our way back up to seated. So just take a moment and give yourself credit for practicing yoga today. Let's bring our hands together. Thank you very much for watching and for participating with me in yoga today. Namaste.